lecture series of automata theory and compiler design. In that, the last video we have seen the types of grammar based upon the Chomsky hierarchy, how the types of grammar is classified. I recap that Chomsky hierarchy in that when the grammar is the type 3, it belongs to type 2, type 1 and type 0. So in the type 3 grammar, it accepts the regular grammar, and the type 2 means the grammar accepted by the type 2 is the context free grammar, and the type 1 is a context sensitive, and the type 0 is a unrestricted grammar. So this is based upon that hierarchy, the 4 grammars are classified. Now we will see the what are all the rules to construct that type 0, type 1, type 2 and type 3 grammar. First, type 0. The type 0 grammar is an unrestricted grammar. So for every grammar is nothing but it is a set of protection rules. For example, we have a alpha tends to beta, means first we have to describe what is an alpha and what is the beta should contain. So alpha tends to beta means alpha should contain b plus t, the positive closure, excluding epsilon. So in that alpha, left hand side does not contain epsilon transitions, but it should contain the one or more occurrences of v or t. That is that alpha. Next is the beta. Beta means b plus t and clean closure. That means including a epsilon. So on the right hand side we have a epsilon transition along with 0 or more occurrences of non-terminals and terminals. So the alpha should not contain a epsilon. This is the rule for a type 0. The next is a type 1. Type 1 is a context sensitive grammar. So all the type 0 rules are applicable to type 1, and also it include the length of alpha is less than or equal to the length of beta. This is an additional rule for constructing that type 1 grammar. So the alpha should contain a v plus t positive closure, and b should belongs to the v plus t epsilon clean closure, but in and also the length of the left hand side should be less than or equal to the length of the right hand side rule protections. This is the type 1 grammar. Next is the type 2 grammar. In the type 2 grammar, it is a context free grammar, and the type in the type 2 the automata is a push down automata. So in the type 2, the alpha should contain only the single non-terminal, and beta should contain v plus t close. That is any combination 0 or more occurrences of v and t, the beta should contain. So the alpha left hand side should contain only one non-terminal, and right hand side should contain the 0 or more occurrences of v and t. That is the type 2 grammar. Next is the type 3. Type 3 is a restricted grammar. So the restricted grammar means the v only the changes is that right hand side of beta. Left hand side should contain only one symbol non-terminal v, and right hand side should contain a beta tends to or beta belongs to v t closer or t closer for right regular language, or t closer v or t closer for left regular language. So this is the rule for the type 3. So the example is left hand side should contain the single non-terminal, the right hand side should contain a combination of non-terminals or terminals, but no two consecutive non-terminals should come the adjacent. That is the rule of type 3. So the example is a tends to small a capital B, or a tends to a is these two grammar belong to the type 3. So these are all the rules for constructing the type 0, type 1, type 2 and type 3 grammar. So this is some examples of protections. So identify these are which type are and which grammar. For example, in the first example, we have it in the first line a belongs to so the alpha tends to beta. This is the example. In the second example, we are having s tends to xa, x tends to a, and x tends to ax, and x tends to abc, and x tends to belongs. These are all the production rules. So identify which type of grammar these are. So type 2 and type 3 are in the type 2 and type 3, in the left hand side should contain only one non-terminal. So in all the production, the left hand side should contain a single non-terminal. So it automatically it either a type 2 or type 3. So in the type 2 and type 3, again we have to identify which type in that grammar. So in the right hand side, in the first production, capital X followed by the small a, so that is a type 3. And the second production also, we have a single non terminal, and that is also applicable to the type 3 grammar. And the third one we have at AX, and third one and also fourth one we have a ABC, and fifth one also it belongs to the epsilon. So all the production are applicable to the type 3 grammar rule. So this second example is the type 3 grammar. Next is that, for example, consider S tends to capital A, capital C, and small a and small b. So the first statement, the first statement based upon the first statement, that is a type 2. But the second statement, we have a left hand side contain the terminal and non-terminal. So if the left hand side contain more than a terminal and non-terminal, means that is either a type 0 or type 1. The second production means the left hand side you have a 2 symbols, and the right hand side is a 3 symbols. So the length of the alpha is less than or equal to length of beta, and third is also the length of the alpha is less than or equal to length of beta, and fourth is production rule also, the length of alpha is left hand side is less than or equal to length of the right hand side. So based upon that rule, this example belongs to the type 1 grammar. So these are some examples of identifying which type of grammar is. So in this video, I hope you will understand what are all the rules for each type and how we can identify the grammar type for the given production rules. Thank you.